Don Lemon. We know that. He's married, boyfriend, whatever it is. I'm not even going to use the term marriage. He's committing sodomy with a white guy, a white dude. And then his whole life and his whole career is about how terrible white dudes are. Oh, they might be real terrible, but that doesn't stop them from putting their dick in your ass, does it? No. Seems to like that whole part of the whiteness. But I digress. Don Lemon was part of this Christian church takeover under the guise of the First Amendment, protesting. And now he's saying it was journalism. No different than Nick Shirley when he went to the daycare centers in Minneapolis. And everyone was like, this kid's a journalist. This is awesome. Where was mainstream media? He's trying to equate taking him and a bunch of savages, protesters. These are agitators, pieces of shit. And walking into a church, the pastor is having a service with parishioners, and they start disrupting the whole thing, trespassing in the church, disrupting it, preventing people from practicing their religion, which is one of the biggies here in America. If it wasn't, we'd be throwing Muslims out. That'd be awesome. But unfortunately, there is a right to practice your religion. And what is this? They're infringing on people's rights. And Don Lemon, he tried so hard to say, hey, I wasn't involved in that. But we saw it. We saw it, Don. You can't, it ain't the old days. You can't be involved in something that is being videoed and recorded. The audio is out there and it's you doing it. And then a day later, get on and go, yeah, that didn't happen. We have it. It's still really making the rounds on social media. Hard to refute. You queer. So I think first thing we got here is just the protesters raiding this Christian church. This is diabolical. This is terrible. This is against everything America stands for. They want to tell you that it's the First Amendment right to protest. No, this is not protected free speech, freedom to assemble, freedom to protest. This isn't even close to any of that. When you charge into a church and disrupt their religious service that is going on, screaming, yelling, threatening. And Don Lemon was with these people. Like they had this preamble to it where he's talking to this big fat black woman who is in charge, I guess. And he's like, oh, this is a clandestine mission. They cosplay as these people that are on a mission and are doing something good and exciting and worthwhile. They're cosplaying retards is what they are. And something has to be done. Everyone is getting very frustrated, very disappointed in Donald Trump. We've already been disappointed in Pam Bondi, and we don't expect anything to come of this. Why? There should be arrests because of this. So let's take a look at these fucking agitators. They're not protesters, agitators. Agitating, shall we?
Lord, safe in your house. The Tracy, you want to get your house in order?
That is correct.
People in church, these mooks.
You're interviewing.
Can you pause this for a minute? In this day and age, in 2026, if you're sitting in a Christian church and there's any type of disruption, my mind is going to default to some Muslim or terror group is coming in here to kill as many people as they can. That's where my mind is immediately going. And that could cause some problems if somebody wants to defend their congregation and start slinging some lead before they get the chance to kill some of the parishioners. This has happened. There have been terrorists and people that have walked into churches and opened fire. So that would be the first thing that came to my mind. And I don't care what the rules are. I go to church armed. I have a pistol on me when I go into church, when I go anywhere. I was at the dentist today. I know what's going to happen. He might take that drill and it'll hurt, and I might have to TCB. But that's what I would think. These people are morons. They're not thinking ahead that if they walk into a Christian church and immediately right through the door start yelling and causing a disruption, I'd fully be expecting gunshots to start happening. So let's continue watching, shall we?
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good!
Look at this. Yeah. Pause again. A mother and child going to church, sitting down, and you see in that previous few frames there, she's leading her kid out of church. They are chasing them out of church. Intimidation in a place of prayer and faith. That is illegal. Illegal. Look at her. They figured they'd go to church, get a little spirituality, a good moment for a mother and her kid. And these fucking assholes have to barge in and cause this. All right. Real
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not going to comment. You have no comment. Exactly.
Pause. What are you doing to stand up for your Hispanic and Somali communities? God has supplied the people in this church. You see these chairs? God has supplied you with something to smash across that fucking guy's face. It's insulting to God to not utilize the resources he has placed in his house of worship for you to use, to pick that chair up and smash it over the fucking heads of as many of these suckers as you could have found. A guy gets in your girl's face and your face like that in church, yelling, disrupting. He's yelling at the pastor. Something has to be done. that turn the other cheek stuff has to turn into, some wrath. All right, roll them.
All these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes.
Pause. Lavish lives? Do these people look like they're living lavish lives? Why? Because they have faith? Because they have the ability to congregate with each other without causing a fucking issue like you cock? How are they living lavish lives? This guy is so upset that a group of people can get together in common faith and enjoy their time together as they exercise their freedom of religion. And these motherfuckers have to bust in there and fuck it up for them. Yelling Renee Good, the woman that fucking got herself killed and should have went home to her kid. And somehow these people that just want to sit down and listen to the service the pastor is giving have to deal with this cocksucker. This is infuriating. This is so fucking anger inducing. All right.
Absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No. Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens. Hey, you can't. You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this?
Because they're Muslim.
Where are you?
Pause a minute. How about that? Why are you not standing with your Latino and Somali? The Latino thing, I don't even know what that is. Those are the people being deported, the Venezuelan gang members that were deported in Minneapolis. But when he talks about Christians, why aren't they supporting their Somali neighbors and citizens? Because they're Muslims. Muslims literally kill Christians. It's part of their religion. They want Christians killed. So why in the fuck should Christians come to the aid of people that want to kill them? This guy knows everything, though. Jesus would have, would he? Jesus didn't wear a suit. Yeah, it was after he was born. Until he was, 33? 34 years old? They didn't have suits back then. I don't know. I don't think in 30 AD they had suits. It's probably why Jesus didn't wear a suit. You fucking idiot. Okay, more.
Sinners, you're pretending to be Christians, but we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame. Out now.
Starving.
Out now. Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame
concentration.
on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice. He wears a suit and tie and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not?
No.
Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity? You claim to be a Christian. Act like one.
No. Being a Christian doesn't mean accepting all immigrants. Illegal immigrants. That's being a Christian. This guy needs an attitude adjustment to the umpteenth level with extreme prejudice. That's what this fucking asshole needs. Oh. I think we got him speaking just isolated. So if it's the same thing, we'll cut it short. But let's take a look at that asshole again. Yelling his bullshit in a church where people are praying.
I went into a church with Nakima Armstrong and I protested these white supremacists. A pastor of the church is a fucking ICE leader in the city. How can you be a fucking pastor and be a fucking ICE agent? Fuck them. ICE. They want to come after me? Fuck them. How can they live so comfortably while the fucking people from Somalia that are in this country legally, that have fucking citizenship, can't even go to their mosque and pray? How do they deserve any fucking different? Fuck those fucking Nazis. Come and get me, Pam Bondi, you fucking traitorous bitch. All power to the people. Yesterday.
Oh, how embarrassing is this guy? Oh, I got douche chills. What a cringe-inducing cunt that guy is. They can't go to their mosques and pray. Why? Sure they can. They're being protected by everybody in Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota. Tim Walz, Mayor Frey, they're all protecting these people. The police won't do shit about them. The Somalis have more freedom to do anything they want to do than anyone else in Minneapolis. But for some reason, they can't do anything. They can't worship. You're living comfortable lives when what? The Somalis are living in $1 million houses because of their fraud schemes that they're running. And the only people that need to be afraid of ICE are illegals. Illegals need to be afraid of ICE. Oh, and dipshit white cunts who decide they want to show up at a protest instead of being home with their kid and proceed to get themselves shot in the face with their shit actions. There you go. Those are the only people that should have any fear of ICE. I can't stand fuckers like this. They're mentally ill. That guy is mentally fucking ill. He has such delusions and narcissism. It's disgusting. What happened? Mommy and daddy. Always goes back to mommy and daddy. Not enough attention. Mommy and daddy probably are very well off. And he's like, I won't take your money, man. Meanwhile, he does. They pay his rent. They pay everything else. But he's under this umbrella of security from his parents. But he's got to be like, no, man. Power to the people. They're all phonies and douchebags. Dallas, quiet. He wants to play. I didn't. Usually before the show, I play with him. I play the ball and I pet him and everything. But I just got home from the dentist, ran in here to do the show. And he's like, what gives? What gives? You didn't play with me. This is what they do. But we know that. He's a good boy. It's embarrassing. It is fucking embarrassing to see that. And then the other ones with the fat black women and the douchebag liberal white women and soy boy fag alleged men. They're disgusting, pathetic, and downright embarrassing. And that is illegal. They all talk about the First Amendment. Man, we have the right to protest. Yep. I have not seen a single video of these fucking assholes holding a legal protest, protesting in a way that is protected by the First Amendment. Have not seen one video clip. All I see is invading someone's church and causing all kinds of problems, intimidating them, forcing them to leave, blocking roads, interfering with federal law enforcement, assaulting people and officers. We see, that's all I see. None of which is protected in the First Amendment, the right to protest and assemble. Protesting is boring. You just stand there with a sign, you march around, and you yell your dumb slogans, and you adhere to the law. You stay where the police tell you have to stay. You don't block other people's lives. You don't have a right to interfere with other people's rights. That's what it's all about. Your rights go as far as the next person's rights. And they have no clue. This douchebag and his cohorts, and Don Lemon, who we'll get to in a second here, actually believe what they did and what they do when they block streets and try to drive into law enforcement. They believe that is the right to protest. And it's not helping that the fuckwad politicians like Tim Walz and Jacob Frey and all the other ones come out and say that ICE is harassing peaceful protesters. No, they're not. I've not seen any peaceful protests, and I've not seen ICE harassing peaceful protesters. I've seen ICE dispatching people that are breaking the law, interfering with their investigations and operations. So fuck you with your peaceful protest. It ain't happening. And if it continues and these government officials refuse to make their police chiefs do their fucking job, where Minneapolis police should be closing roads. If ICE has an operation going on in a neighborhood, local police need to close those streets, keep people away, arrest people that go into the zone of operations that ICE is working in. That's what the local police should be doing. But again, these politicians, we're not going to work with ICE. We're not going to help them track down illegals. And good. The ICE can track down the illegals. Don't worry about it. They're doing a great job. But your job is to protect the citizens and the safety of ICE while they're doing their job. You don't have to help them drag some illegal out of his house. But you do have to set up a perimeter. Keep these rioters, not protesters, rioters and aggressive, violent agitators out of where ICE is working. And you need to close streets so that people can't inadvertently drive into a riot zone, and have their car hit with tear gas. So their little chow needs to go to the hospital.